You can find a pair of shoes today at relayrun.co. Good luck to everybody racing at Cross Champs.
We welcome you into Austin, Texas, here on the first day of December in 2022. They always have a big The Running event in December in Austin. There is another The Running event tonight, and it is the fitnessbank Cross Champs. Hello, everybody. I'm Paul Swangard, joined by Lara Overton as we circle above this, what will be a fun and challenging cross-country course.
As we talk about the team interest as well, the Puma Elite group boasts quite a few contenders up front. Taylor Warner, the All-American at Arkansas. Fiona O'Keefe, a four-time All-American in cross country as well. A couple of those athletes to be watching for who have had great success in cross country already, but that's a big part of that Puma Elite group that will be up there likely to push that pack up front and be in contention in what is expected to be a pretty tight team race because of this much smaller field that we have. And right up front, you have those teammates from Alicia Monson and Sage Herda. And you think about those are two athletes who are at different ends of the track and field spectrum. Sage, that 800, 1500 meter middle.
Or the wall of mud to the side as they work their way down in front of the school here in Austin, Texas, as we look at the leader, Kurgat and Munson. Again, working their way around some, spots here on the course that are shaded and a little bit muddy, but Kurgat doing her best impression of Ollie Hoare towards the track.
Looking to the position where Emily Enfeld is right now, this is exactly where Joe Bosshart told her to be. Said she's really an intuitive racer, so we just want to key off those top two.
But it is a closer field than what we saw on the men's side, as you can see from high above. Good 20 plus runners here within about, 5-6 seconds of each other. We'll have that confirmed here in a moment. When they work their way back onto the track, they'll hit the timing mats here for the first of the 4 splits we'll have for you in race.
Points on the course where you want to be sure that you maintain that contact with the switchbacks that you have as you navigate through the backside of the course. That lead pack has separated itself from the
individual training groups, many of whom aren't necessarily tied to one particular brand, but bring together, in the case of like the group that we have out in Utah with Taylor Made Elite, mixture of different athletes, maybe connected to a collegiate heritage. But I think these teams, are things that fans can cheer for. They cheer for teams.
Absolutely. And the running season, the running year, the calendar year itself can be so grueling when you're on the professional circuit, that when you can shake things up and do something a little bit different and have something where you're able to thrive off of, whether it's being in a team environment or racing around people that you don't typically get to on the track. Maybe you're reuniting or competing with those who you were going shoulder to shoulder with, toe to toe with at the NCAA cross country championships, as we saw on both the men's and the women's side. It's a really great opportunity to just test yourself, challenge yourself, and really remind yourself what you love so much about the sport in general. A lot of athletes, they were introduced to running because of maybe cross country. They were thrown into it or ran a fun run. So for many of the athletes that we were hearing from, this is what gets them back to their core and the purity of it. And then also you have such a fun running environment there in Austin to support an event like this.
Great part of the running event to have the cross champs here in Austin in 2022. And the winner on the women's side is with Chris Nickinson.
Thanks, Paul. We're here with Alicia Monson from OAC, the women's champion here.
The track season and making sure that you go for the prime opportunities, and you're going for quality rather than quantity in those type of situations, dependent upon what your goals are and how you're navigating and building that. But also thinking about, hey, there's money to be made as well. You got to pay the bills, so you got to take that into account as well for many of these athletes. As you heard on the men's side, trying to establish yourself, trying to get to that position, trying to maybe earn a sponsor sponsorship and get the support that you need to continue pursuing those opportunities are all things that you have to weigh in and take into consideration.
Well, and so many great events on the calendar next year. USA Track and Field announced their schedule today. That includes another stop back in New York City. And we're going to have their track event in Bermuda again next year, the indoor season. As we get started for what is a busy weekend of action here on Runners